Women everywhere are at war with their bodies. And this is why we are feeling sick, we are feeling tired, and we are feeling exhausted. And we're feeling this way because we are really trying to operate on the 24-hour masculine cycle. We wake up, we go to work, we push ourselves to the point of exhaustion, we go home, and we do it all over again. And our health is really taking a toll as a result. So many of you have probably heard of the circadian rhythm, which is responsible for our sleep and wake cycle. This is incredibly important, and when there is some dysregulation of this cycle, then we can really be at risk for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, ADHD, schizophrenia, and lots of other health effects. So if you, for example, are a nurse and you work nights and you have flip-flopped and you are sleeping during the day and awake at night, then this is really where you're going to start to see your health become compromised. And I feel like as a society, we really understand the importance of this important dynamic between sleep and wake. And when we don't prioritize that, we can really feel the effects. So we know about this cycle, but women have not been educated about our second biological clock, our infradian rhythm. And it is equally as important as our circadian rhythm, but it is largely ignored, and we are not aware of it. We are not working with this amazing biological rhythm to feel our best and optimize our health and our happiness. So today I really want to talk about the effects of ignoring our second biological clock and how working with it and harnessing this and really engaging in phase-specific lifestyle choices can have a very positive impact on our health and our well-being. Women everywhere are feeling sick, they are feeling tired, they are just chronically exhausted, experiencing burnout, and our health is just kind of deteriorating and slipping between our fingers. We don't really know what to do about it. There are a lot of trends in the media to encourage us to lose weight, like keto and things like that. But what women aren't aware of is that most of the research done on things like keto, intermittent fasting, they're done on men. And the reason for this is because men's hormones are very static. So in the morning, their testosterone and cortisol is at its highest. That slowly dips down, and then in the evening they have a little bit of estrogen show up when they want to be on the couch and chill and be more intimate. And that repeats itself day after day, right? But women, we are on a 28-day cycle, not a 24-hour cycle. And so we have these 4 amazing phases, and our hormones are fluctuating from week to week. And it's for this reason that women aren't included in as much of the research, because researchers don't get as reliable of results because of these inconsistencies between our hormones, which are very dynamic, compared to men's, which are very static. So we were left out of this research. And what's crazy is that even research done on women's health most of the time, a lot of the time, includes men in these studies, more men than women, sometimes no women at all, which is just, it's no wonder that we are getting all of this incorrect information and we're just confused and we really don't know where to go from here. So about 47% of women have hormonal imbalances, and that's impacting everything from our mood to our career to our relationships. So today I really want to discuss this amazing infradian rhythm and the consequences of not tuning into this and working with our amazing cycle. Our period, our menstrual cycle, has been determined as our 5th vital sign by experts. So that means that our menstrual cycle is just as important as our blood pressure, our pulse, our breathing rate, and our body temperature, right? So if you go to your gynecologist and they tell you that you don't really need to have your cycle, it's okay if it disappears while you're on birth control, that is a lie, because our menstrual cycle can reveal a lot about our health and our hormones. And so this biofeedback from our bodies can really reveal what's going on below the surface. And these imbalances can have detrimental effects on our hormones and our just long-term health and happiness. So listen to these statistics. I mean, they are just crazy. Women are 5 to 8 times more likely to have thyroid problems than men. In addition, more than 75% of autoimmune disease sufferers are women. Women are twice as likely to have chronic fatigue syndrome as men. Women in their childbearing years are twice as likely to develop an anxiety disorder. 85% of chronic migraine sufferers are women. 85%. Okay? 2/3 of Alzheimer's disease patients are women. 1/8 of women experience depression, which is double the rate that men experience depression. Women account for 90% of all people with fibromyalgia. 50 million women have chronic pain, one or more chronic pain conditions that they're suffering with. 600,000 women have a hysterectomy annually. 600,000 women. 10% of women have period pain that interrupts their everyday activities. 12% of women have difficulty getting pregnant and sustaining a pregnancy. 70 to 80% of women develop fibroids by the age of 50. 1 out of 10 women suffer from endometriosis in their reproductive years. And 5 million women are suffering from PCOS. So there is a huge discrepancy between men's health and women's health today. Women are not getting the proper care that they need. We are not getting care based on this amazing biological clock and these biological rhythms that are occurring over the course of the month. And once we can really tune into this and understand how our hormones are fluctuating over this 28-day cycle, we can work with our bodies, right? Rather than feeling like our bodies are betraying us, rather than, just pushing through every day, exhausted, fatigued, irritable, experiencing that pain, that cramping. This is not a normal part of aging. And it is not a normal part of having a menstrual cycle. PMS is not inevitable, right? And so what I really wanted to emphasize today is that we as women are suffering unnecessarily. And it is because we are at a huge disadvantage because medical professionals are not educated on this amazing biological rhythm. And so it is really up to us to be the CEO of our own health, right? Be our own true detective to discover which imbalances are present for us. And the good news is there are simple interventions that you can apply that can reverse these imbalances and heal your hormones naturally so that you can feel more energized, you can feel less irritable, you can get more done without feeling overwhelmed and just stressed out day after day. All of this is possible. You can lose that stubborn weight. You can have more mental clarity. You can eliminate migraines. You can eliminate heavy, painful periods. All of this is possible when we tune in to our feminine energy and work with our bodies. So if you are fed up with feeling like a different person for half of the month, and feeling just run down and suffering from these, really embarrassing and painful symptoms every month, then I invite you to join me for my free webinar where I am going to dive deep into our menstrual cycle and these phases and fluctuations that are occurring over the course of the month, so you can have a better understanding of how you can harness the different hormones and energy fluctuations and your different strengths over the course of the 28-day cycle, and really just optimize your life, experience peak performance and really just get in the flow. So if you've ever done something where you just, time just kind of disappears, just kind of melts away, and you just are really immersed in it and it feels, kind of effortless, that is what it means to get into the flow. And this is 100% possible when you tap into these hormonal rhythms. So for example, I really save my videos for the first half of my cycle because I know my estrogen is elevated, and that means my serotonin is elevated. So my communication skills are better. I'm just sharper mentally, and I'm just more, engaging, and I can resonate more with people. So I really try to optimize my work by saving these activities for this part of my cycle versus other activities like maybe budget stuff and the numbers for the second half of my cycle, when I am more introspective, when my hormones are really encouraging me to, finalize projects and things like that. So this is an example of how we can work with our body and really just harness this amazing, biological advantage that we have. But we can't do this until we know what's up. So I am giving you guys, or I'm going to be doing my free webinar, which I'm calling our Menstrual Cycle 101, is going to be happening in 2 weeks from today. And so I invite you to join and really start to better understand these amazing biological rhythms and how we can harness them to totally optimize our life. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. Please check out the link to join, and as always, contact me if you have any questions. Have a beautiful day.